Hey you guys, it's Frank the Tank, and welcome to part 2 of this series in which I will be looking at every single Belmo ball and rating them out of 5 stars. So, just like I said in the first video, this does not include any of the overseas balls, and this does not include any of the spare balls. So, yeah, today we're going to be looking at the drive, but before we get to the part where I show you the 10 strikes, I want to clarify one thing, and that was a comment that led me to needing to explain myself. So, I know that checklist from part 1, which will be in this video as well, that checklist may have had some questions that may probably have not needed to be there, or there may have been questions in there that could have just combined with other questions, if you know what I mean. So I made up those questions with the thought of not just how a ball would do for me in a league or in a tournament. I had to keep in mind what a ball would be like for me in practice, because you see, that's part of my process when I get a new ball, or is that when I need to figure out if a ball is worth keeping, I started off by using it in practice. I mean, don't we all? I started off by using that ball in practice, and then if it does good for me in practice, then it's time for the true test, and that is taking it to a league or a tournament, because that's truly where you find out if a ball really works for you or not. And that's not only that, that's where you find out how you are as a bowler after all the practice that you put in. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that with you guys, and I hope that clears up some kind of, like, you know, something with that checklist that I know some of those questions may have seemed unnecessary, like they didn't need to be there, or some of those questions could have combined with other questions. So that's just something that I wanted to talk with you guys about real quickly. That I thought about those questions with the thought of how a ball does for me in practice first. So I just wanted to let you guys know of that. Secondly, as you can see, I'm in my car right now because I'm actually in the parking lot in front of the bowling lanes right now. I'm about to go do another video. It includes the journey, but I won't talk about that here. Right now, we got to stay focused on the topic at hand, and that is the drive. And as I currently speak to you, I don't even have the journey anyways. So I'm just, you know, preparing ahead with the stuff that I have now until I get the journey. And as of right now, actually, it's November 8th as I speak to you, and that means that the journey is less than 2 weeks away from its release. So really excited, can't wait to get my hands on one, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get on with the drive and then see where it falls on that rating scale. So let's do this. Okay, everybody, that was 10 strikes with the drive. So let's just pretend that the drive and the timeless both came out today. With the timeless, I would have automatically said what I've already said about the timeless previously, about how the skid is too much, and that I just cannot get that ball to match up with me because of, you know, I can't see where it wants to grab at the lane, and, you know, so on and so forth. And then I throw the drive, and instantly, like, the first words out of my mouth would be, that is more like it. That's what I'm talking about, because the drive instantly corrects the issues that I had with the timeless. Like, it grabs at the lane where I want it to. or at least where I expect it, and then as a result, I'm able to understand how how it curves. So yeah, I have a feeling that the drive is going to score a lot higher than the timeless. However, I would be very surprised if it scores lower than the timeless, or if it gets that exact same rating. A 2.5, I think, is what the timeless got. Yeah, I would be surprised if it ends up at getting if the drive ends up getting that exact same score. If it does, I'm going to take like a really good guess at it and say that it's probably going to get the same score, but for different reasons. So let's get a look at this checklist and see what we mark off as yes or no. Okay, here we go. Question number one. Does the length and the shape match up with me? Yes, it does. I was able to see where it read at the lane, and I was able to see how it turned, like how it got around the corner, and so on and so on. Does it carry? Yeah, it did. Out of all the times I've used it, even not just this, not just from those 10 strikes on that day that I was doing this, but like all the times out of all the times I've used the drive, do the colors help? Yes, I think that they do because, like I said, I'm able to understand that ball roll from beginning to end, and the colors aren't flat, like bright and flashy. They don't they don't hypnotize me, like they're not swirly or anything like that. So yeah, I guess the colors do help. Is it good on fresh? Yes, it is. It is very good on fresh. Is it good for transition? I'm going to say no to that because seeing how much more that ball, like how much sooner that ball responds and how much it really bites at the lane, I'm going to say that probably no. You'd probably want to put this ball away that when the lanes start to dry. So let's see. Thinking about this actually, I'm going to put no on this first and foremost. Yeah, now that I think about it, the timeless and the drive would make for a good 1-2 punch because the timeless having that whole lot of skid, right? You can count on that when the lanes dry up, as I mentioned in the first part. And the drive could be for like when right out of the gate because it grabs at the lane sooner. And like I said, it's made to correct the problems that the timeless had. You could use that ball first, and then when the lanes start to dry and you need to get left, you could pick up the timeless. So that makes for a good 1-2 punch. So yeah, I would say that this ball is not good for transition. Does this ball give me immediate confidence? Surprisingly, no. Throughout the entire day, I mean, I just wasn't, my number one favorite ball, the nuclear cell. Immediately when that ball, I have it in my hands, I know I'm going to do good with it. And with this drive, even though it matched up a lot better with me, I surprisingly do not feel the confidence with the ball. And to be fair, I will say that I have not spent a whole lot of time with this ball. As of now, it's only kind of like just a fun ball for me, if you know what I mean, like for just practice. I've never really taken it to league. I haven't taken it to tournaments. So maybe if I spent a little more time with this ball, and also I will say the layout is a little difficult to use. That layout that you guys saw with the pin above the bridge and the CG over to the right, that kind of layout, you cannot make mistakes with it. You have to. If you're let's put it this way, if you are really trying to achieve getting your hand more behind the ball, that layout will tell you if you are getting your hand behind the ball or if you're not doing it enough. So if you guys want to, if you really want to know if you really are doing it, put that layout on because it will help you determine whether you are getting your hand behind the ball enough or not. And that ball does not let you have make any mistakes. There's no miss room with that layout, I guess, compared to my go-to layout, 60 by 4 by 30, which is what I put on most of my bowling balls now. If I get too much up the side of the ball still, most of the track flare is still to the left side of the middle finger. So yeah, with this layout, it doesn't let you make those mistakes. So anyway, yeah, this ball surprisingly does not give me immediate confidence. And I have a feeling that over time, if I do use this ball more and I start to gain the confidence with it, I still feel like it will take a while for me to actually gain up the confidence with this ball. So does it help me stay focused? Surprisingly, no. I have had several, situations where I could use this ball for a while, and then after a while, I begin to lose it. I lose my concentration, and I need to pick up something different. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. And then let's see, am I confident enough to use this in league? No. I could probably try though. I've never actually taken this ball to league, but I have to answer no. I mean, if I don't have the immediate confidence, then I'm definitely not going to have the confidence to use it in league. And you see what I mean? That's what I meant in the beginning when I said like some of these questions could tie into other questions, but like I said, I think about everything overall: practice, leagues, and tourneys, not just leagues and tourneys. That's not what these questions mainly go to. So, am I confident to use this in a tourney? Nope. If I'm not confident enough to use it in league, then I definitely wouldn't use it in a tourney. So, last but not least, does this ball give you room to miss? Yes, it does. You guys saw it there, clear as day. I missed left. It held. I don't believe there were any shots in there where I got close to the gutter and it came back, but there was room to miss when I missed to the left. So there you go with that. And what do we got here in the end? We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Sorry, 5 out of 10. So that means 2.5, I think, is what we got. So let's go over to the ratings thing and see where we got to put this ball. Okay, everybody, so here we have the good old ratings list with the timeless in at 2.0. So we answered 5 out of 10, which means that the drive officially goes in at 2.5. I gotta say, actually, no, I want to say that I'm a little surprised about this because I thought that the drive would would score a little bit higher. But this actually kind of makes sense because think about this, okay? The timeless and the drive are basically the same ball, same core. The only difference being that the colors and the logos are different, and also the big, huge difference here being the cover stock. I can't remember. I think on the timeless it was like R2S hybrid or something like that, and then with the drive, it's some kind of it's something called R2S Nano, which is also a hybrid cover, but the difference here with these covers is the R2S Nano clearly, and also the 3000 grit Abralon, I think is what they put on this ball as the factory finish. That ball grabs at the lane much sooner than the timeless. So this kind of makes sense that the drive scored just 0.5 higher than the timeless. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I expected the ball to at least go like 3.5 or something, but maybe that's a little bit too high. And also, I wasn't really there for the release day of the drive. In fact, I wasn't even bowling when the drive came out. And hearing about the drive, again, I don't really know. I didn't keep up with it, but I swear the drive, not a lot of people really looked at it. It wasn't, appealing to people in terms of the colors and the logo, because that's what some people look at as well. It's kind of dumb, but I've seen it happen. Yeah, that along with the fact that I feel like a lot of people looked at the drive as like just an unnecessary ball, because a lot of people thought, well, the drive is basically just the timeless. But I never looked at it that way. I looked at it as a 1-2 punch. Like here you have a ball that will react sooner and shape a lot stronger, and then you have a ball that is much lengthier and it still has that same shape, but not nearly as strong, and has a little more roll to it. So yeah, there you go. So a little surprised, but at the same time, this makes sense. So there you go. That's where the drive ends up 0.5 higher than the timeless. So now this is where I leave you guys for part 2, the drive. And now I will see you guys real soon in part 3, which is the pro motion. And this is where things are going to get very interesting for sure, because the pro motion is basically where they were like, all right, erase everything. We're going to start from scratch. Brand new core, brand new cover. And yeah, so this is going to be very interesting. So yeah, that's it. I'm Frank the Tank. I will see you guys real soon in part 3, the pro motion. Peace.